You've been doing things wrong your whole life without even knowing. I'm gonna go over 11 things you do wrong every day and rank them by how badly you're messing up. Stick around until the end because I found one bad habit that's in a tier by itself. You have bad breath. You might have bad breath right now. Can you tell? Well, if you don't brush your tongue, you do. Unless you sell paintbrushes at the Perkins School for the Blind, your tongue isn't smooth. It's covered in bumps and crevices for odor-causing bacteria and food particles to get stuck and break down. Haven't you noticed your tongue change color after drinking coffee or wine? Think about the stuff you can't see. If you don't scrub your tongue, you've got an odorous film on there that makes people hate talking to you, and mouthwash doesn't even reach the cells beneath the surface. I'm honestly tempted to put this in A tier because bad breath is such a mood killer. You know what? It's going in A tier. You're sleeping wrong. If you wake up tired, in pain, or old, you're in good company. And the position you sleep in could be causing your problems. If you sleep on your stomach, you put a lot of pressure on your spine. Your head turns to one side, which twists your neck out of alignment. And if your mattress is soft, your stomach and hips sink into the bed, making it worse. This causes neck and back pain. If you're a side sleeper, sleeping on your left side increases pressure on your organs and can aggravate heartburn and digestive issues. Both side and stomach sleeping also increase facial wrinkles because your face is squished against the pillow or mattress. I'm gonna put this in C tier because it's really hard to change your sleeping position. And while back and side sleeping are generally considered superior, the best position depends on you. The way you use caffeine is making you tired. If you drink coffee first thing in the morning and crash in the afternoon, there are two reasons this is a bad habit. A chemical called adenosine is what makes you feel tired. It builds up throughout the day and empties out as we sleep. Caffeine works by essentially blocking your adenosine receptors. So if you didn't sleep enough to clear out all of your adenosine, caffeine will negate the drowsy effects of the adenosine that's left in your system in the morning. However, once that caffeine wears off, your adenosine will strike with a vengeance. That's the first reason. The second reason is that your body spikes cortisol in the morning to help clear out whatever adenosine is left in your system, and caffeine disrupts that process. So if you wait about 90 minutes to have your morning coffee, you won't slump in the afternoon and you can feel alert all day. That being said, I drink tea first thing in the morning, drink it throughout the day, and I have no intention to change. I've tried waiting and I noticed no difference whatsoever, so your mileage may vary. I do have friends who swear by this though, so I'm gonna put it in B tier because maybe it'll work wonders for you. The way you're breathing is making you stressed. Breathing happens automatically, so you might not think there's a right or wrong way to do it, but so does reacting to danger, and no one suggests giving a charging bear a high five. Shallow breathing does not fully oxygenate the body and can make you feel stressed and anxious. On the other hand, deep breathing stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system and prompts a state of relaxation and reduces stress. Lots of techniques trigger deep breathing, but the easiest way to tell is to put your hand on your stomach and make sure that it rises when you breathe in and falls when you breathe out. Finally, avoid breathing with your mouth. Among other issues, your muscles tend to tense up when you breathe through your mouth, which can cause pain and tension. Oh, this is an easy A tier. It's not something you have to focus on every minute of the day, but setting aside like 5 or 10 minutes to focus on deep breathing can have similar stress-reducing effects to meditation. Do you like knowledge? Are you sick of being the laughingstock at every intellectual gathering? Don't you wish there was a way to have easy access to a veritable plethora of books and resources? Then boy, do I have a deal for you. Let me introduce you to Shortform, the sponsor of today's video. I really like Shortform because when I don't have the time or desire to read every page of a book, Shortform's an amazing tool. It has different length summaries depending on how in-depth you want to get, and builds on concepts by cross-referencing ideas with other books on the platform. I think it's worth checking out, and if you go to shortform.com/Mimir, you get a free trial and 20% off the annual subscription. The link's in the description. How is that? Can I see my family yet? Please go buy. You don't know how to launder. Shell corporations are so last decade. If you're not using cryptocurrency, you're doing it wrong. No, listen, I hate doing laundry, and there were years of my life where I just threw everything unfolded into my closet or got dressed out of the laundry basket. I still do that with socks and underwear. But there's a way to fold shirts in literally 2 seconds that if you're not using, you're missing out. Lie your shirt on its back and picture a line about halfway, as well as between the center of the shirt and the edge. Grab the shirt at point A, then grab point B with your other hand and cross it over to combine point B and point C. Flip the shirt and fold and you're done. Here are a couple other rapid-fire laundering tips. Using too much detergent actually leaves your clothes dirtier. Clean the dryer lint every single time, or your clothes won't get dry and you might start a fire. Don't hang your sweaters because they get a weird shape. You just look better when your clothes aren't wrinkled, and that goes for t-shirts too. Honestly, I think this goes in B tier because it's a pretty big time saver. Everyone notices your fashion mistakes at the office. In one of my first professional interviews, I wore a brand new suit. Admittedly, at the time, I wasn't exactly a fashionista, unlike the paragon of fashion you see today. In undergrad, I rocked jeans and t-shirts, some of which may have been graphic tees. Those details have been lost to time, but this was a really nice suit. Beautiful navy, well-tailored, the works. As I was busy charming the interviewer with my extraordinary exploits, he literally asked me if I had professional attire for the job. Now, this was for a teaching position, and there were wardrobe requirements, but like, what? Did he not see my dazzling new threads? I proudly informed him that the suit I was wearing was new and that I would present as the pinnacle of professionalism, to which he responded, "Yeah, I can see that. The product label is still on your arm," and he pointed to my sleeve. I didn't know it wasn't supposed to be there. I'd never even had a suit with one before. I thought it was like a mark of quality. Apparently it's not. So if you're walking around with your coat vent still sewn shut, or your bottom button buttoned on your vest or your jacket, or you matched your pocket square to your tie, it may look like you don't know what you're doing. Your pants are too long and you're wearing brown shoes with a black belt. This one is tough to rank because the importance of these rules is entirely dependent on context. This mostly matters for formal attire in the corporate world, and there's a lot that goes into fashion and self-expression. I guess I'm gonna put this in C tier. Your deodorant isn't working. Have you ever actually read the instructions on your antiperspirant? You have. Then can you tell me what the I agreed to in my Apple user agreement? You're supposed to apply antiperspirant at night when your sweat glands are less active so it can absorb better into your skin. For both deodorant and antiperspirant, you should shower first, wait until you're completely dry, then wait to get dressed after you've applied it. This will help prevent those annoying white streaks from rubbing off on your clothes. Finally, if you have sensitive skin, you do not need to over-apply. Wiping the stick too much can lead to rashes, redness, or broken skin. If you're very sensitive, shaving or trimming your armpit hair will reduce body odor because our hair traps smells. This goes into the bottom of C tier. Just don't smell bad. How you accomplish that doesn't matter. Your perfume is putting people off. Okay, well maybe you went too far in the other direction. The most common way you see people try or apply perfume or cologne is to spray several times on one wrist, then rub their wrists together and onto the neck. I don't know where this started, but no. Just no. First of all, don't rub the perfume once it's on your skin. It changes the scent and gets rid of the top notes. Just let it dry. Also, don't spray your perfume too close. Spray about 6 inches from pulse points, where the blood vessels are close to the surface of the skin. Your neck, wrists, and inner elbows are all good options. The second most common way you see people apply perfume is to spray a bioweapon cloud of it, then walk through and make snow angels. This is great if you want to evoke the essence of a middle school boy who just discovered Axe and aggravate people in the elevator. I'm gonna put this in C tier. It's similar to deodorant, just don't smell bad. You're likely either wasting it by putting it in the wrong spots and rubbing it away, or you're over-applying and smell like a Sephora. You're giving yourself musculoskeletal disorders. I sit here, I sit there, I can sit anywhere. A normal office worker sits up to 15 hours a day. We sit on commutes, at work, at play. Humans are like the goats of sitting. The problem is poor posture can cause body pains and long-term musculoskeletal changes. So if you want to avoid looking like this, make sure you're doing some of these best practices. Have your butt touch the back of the chair and sit with your back straight. Keep your head and neck upright and align your ears with your shoulders. Tilting your head forward 15 degrees doubles the amount of pressure on your neck. Place your feet flat on the floor and try to move around every 30 minutes. This is an A tier. You can really mess yourself up if you don't take care of your posture. You're brushing your teeth away. Brushing too hard can wear down your enamel and damage your gums, and if you've ever gotten a filling, you know teeth don't just grow back. It's crazy because they sell different strength levels of bristles, but the only one you're supposed to use is soft. If you don't have an automatic toothbrush, try holding it with 2 fingers and use circular motions with a soft bristle toothbrush to make sure you're not overdoing it. Finally, you know how in commercials you always see this beautiful long strip of toothpaste? Wouldn't it be crazy if companies advertised them this way to get you to use more of the product, but the recommended amount was only the size of a pea? I certainly wouldn't believe it. I'm gonna put this in B tier because dental problems can be really frustrating to address, and focusing on the prevention is much simpler than focusing on treatment. So there you have it. 10 things you've been doing wrong your entire life. At the end, I guess I never did find an S tier hack. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem... That's right. It's been staring me in the face this whole time. Make sure you subscribe to Mimir for more life-changing videos.